tall people. Tall men, sun-crowned. This is what we need.
Unsurprisingly, the most important decision of the I.N.D.I.A. alliance, now they are starting off by grandly declaring that they will boycott 14 anchors, yours truly included. They think it's a great move. They think this will put pressure on journalists to stop questioning things like the declared intent of many of their leaders to eliminate Hinduism, to eliminate and annihilate Sanatan Dharma and uproot Hindu traditions from the soil of our great nation. I am the one who exposed his intellectual inadequacies. They put me in jail with murderers and rapists and underworld dons, and they tried their best to make me compromise. And I want to say to them today, as they bring out this laughable, ridiculous boycott threat, bring it on. The people of this country are with us, with me. But today the rest of the media, as this emergency mindset emerges again, the rest of the media, especially the Lutyens media, they need to develop a spine because we know how to hit it.
Now, in South Korea, teachers have taken to the streets demanding protection of teachers' rights. This following 3 suicide cases that have been reported since the month of July.
Thousands of teachers gathered near the parliament in Seoul to stage a rally seeking better protection of teachers' rights. Following the suicide of an elementary school teacher in July, teachers across South Korea have been pushing for improved education systems to protect teachers from widespread malicious complaints from parents. Public outpouring of grief and criticism of the Korean education system furthered following the tragic deaths of 2 other teachers who claim to have been suffering from harassment and excessive demands from abusive parents. Donned in black clothes, the protesters observed a moment of silence for teachers who allegedly committed suicide. The protesters held placards reading "Grant teachers immunity from child emotional abuse claims" and passed the Teacher Rights Restoration Bill. On Friday, the Parliamentary Education Committee passed a set of revisions aimed at enhancing teachers' rights. The Parliament is expected to hold a vote to pass the bills on September 21st. Agency report, Republic TV.
Now, Robert F. Kennedy Jr., the nephew of former US President John F. Kennedy and son of his brother's brother, Robert F. Kennedy, both of whom were assassinated, escaped a possible assassination bid himself in Los Angeles. Here's what exactly transpired.
Former United States President John Kennedy's nephew, Robert Kennedy Jr., has escaped what may have been an assassination bid. An armed man was taken into custody at a Los Angeles campaign event for the Democratic presidential candidate on Friday. RFK Jr. himself posted visuals of the suspect, who allegedly donned shoulder holsters with loaded pistols and spare ammunition magazines and carried a US Marshal badge on a lanyard as well as a belt clip federal ID. Kennedy later on thanked the police for their quick response to the alleged assassination scare. However, he alleged that the White House has denied his request for Secret Service protection. Robert F. Kennedy Jr. is the nephew of former US President John F. Kennedy and the son of JFK's brother Robert F. Kennedy, both of whom were assassinated within years of each other. It remains to be seen if the White House will accept his request for more concerted security as RFK Jr. heads to address more rallies and events in the lead-up to the Democratic nomination. Agency report, Republic TV.
And here's a look at news in brief from the world of sports. Union Home Minister Amit Shah met badminton player PV Sindhu in Hyderabad. Union Minister and BJP Telangana Chief G. Kishan Reddy was also present in this meet. Neeraj Chopra ended second at the Diamond League final on Sunday with a best effort of 83.8 meters. India is all set to face Sri Lanka in the Asia Cup finals today as the match will take place in Colombo. All eyes are now on the weather conditions. Spain bowling all-rounder Washington Sundar has been called as a backup for all-rounder Akshar Patel ahead of India's Asia Cup title clash against Sri Lanka today. Sri Lanka spinner Mahesh Thikhana will not be available to play his side's Asia Cup final clash against India due to a hamstring injury. After Team India lost the last match of the Super 4 against Bangladesh in the Asia Cup 2023, the ex-Indian cricketer Irfan Pathan said that despite Bangladesh's potential as a powerful team, the lack of consistency is the biggest weakness. Fourth-seeded Barbara of Czech Republic defeated unseeded American Daniel Collins to reach the finals of the WTA San Diego Open.
Time for a match. Vishwakarma.
American player Ashlyn Kruger overpowered local hope in straight sets to enter her first ever WTA Tour final at the Japan Open Tennis Championship. Lin Zhu defeated countrywoman Jinyu Wang to reach the final of Japan Open in Osaka. Hailing Liverpool's comeback, Jurgen Klopp said that he did not expect a 3-1 victory for Liverpool as he watched Wolves run all over there in the first 20 minutes of the match. And we slip into a short break. Coming up on the Morning Express, it's a mega exclusive as to public accesses alleged tape of video chat between Monu Manesar and gangster Lawrence Bishnoi. Also, investigators probe underworld links in multi-crore betting scam. Bollywood celebrities under ED scanner.
The Amity Law School, ranked among the top 10 in India, educates some of the most brilliant students who get recruited by top law firms and go for higher studies to leading universities like Harvard, Oxford, Cambridge and UCL. To apply, visit amity.edu.
It is a complete and absolute privilege to be here among you. I am very deeply honored to be standing today. But I must say that it is personally very, very special to me, given my deep and very memorable association with your father, the legendary Ram Jethmalani, for this momentous annual lecture series, which has become an unmatched platform for legal deliberation and thought, and for allowing our network to associate with.
Ram's legacy endures not only because of his unparalleled mastery over the law, but also due to his relentless pursuit for justice through legal and constitutional means. A fitting tribute to a person like Ram is that we too continue to be concerned and be a part of change in the systems we inhabit. The way I see it, he was not just concerned about what he found, he was more interested in whether he left it better than he found it. It has been a great honor reminiscing the legacy of Ram Jethmalani, one of the greatest of our times.
In the year 2011, Mr. Jethmalani and myself shared a platform in the university. Late Jethmalani asked for a copy and told me, "I am not asking you Just like that, I want to feed my curiosity. That was the
Good morning and welcome. I am Nikita Sahai on Republic TV and you are watching the Morning Express with me. Today on Morning Express, we are going to talk about the terror attack in Anantnag's Kokonag forest, where we have lost so far 4 personals, 2 army officers and 1 police officer. We also lost a soldier. Let's go to the headlines. Forces bomb terror hideouts in forests of Kokonag using drones. Anti-terror operations continue in Anantnag. Special session of Parliament set to begin from September 18th. Centre set to chair all-party meeting. National capital to get state-of-the-art convention centre. Prime Minister to inaugurate Yashobhoomi. From Seva initiatives to blood donation camp, BJP plans mega celebrations on the occasion of Prime Minister's birthday. It's a mega exclusive. Republic accesses alleged tape of video chat between Monu Manesar and gangster Lawrence Bishnoi. Investigators probe underworld links in multi-crore betting scam. Bollywood celebrities under ED scanner. The Olympic and World Champion finishes second in Diamond League finals with a best effort of 83.80 meter. The government will hold an all-party meeting today, hours before the 5-day special parliamentary session from September 18 to 22nd. While there is also a flag hoisting by the Rajya Sabha chairman, here's a report on what could possibly be discussed in the all-party meet which comes on the eve of the special parliament session.
Ahead of the special session of Parliament on September 18, the government has called for an all-party meeting today at 4:30 p.m. Union Parliamentary Affairs Minister Prahlad Joshi made this announcement and said that invitations were sent through email to all leaders of opposition parties to attend the meeting. Various departments of parliamentary staff are all set to don the new uniforms in a signal from the government that the shift to the new parliament building is likely to be marked with a fresh start in more ways than one. The new dress code with a floral motif for a section of staff has already kicked up a political row, with the Congress dubbing it a cheap tactic to promote the ruling party's poll symbol, the lotus flower.
The parliament staff's dress is going to be changed, and it is going to carry the picture of the lotus. This is the news. Why the government is not ready to put tiger in the parliament of staff's dress? Because tiger is the national animal. Why they are not ready to put the peacock, which is the national bird, in the dress, but they choose the lotus in the dress code of the parliamentary staff?
Though there continues to be a significant speculation on a tentative list of business items is out. 5 bills have been listed for discussion and passage in the Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha, including the Advocates Bill, the Press and Registration for Periodicals Bill, the Post Office Bill, the Repealing and Amending Bill, and the CEC Bill. Meanwhile, there are several theories that have been doing the rounds. The successful G20 in the national capital under India's presidency has added to Modi's appeal and is said to be a major talking point for the Treasury benches during the season. This session will begin in the old Parliament building and shift to the new Parliament building the next day. The shift to the new Parliament building will coincide with Ganesh Chaturthi on September 19. Considered auspicious to make new beginnings, in view of that, the tricolour is being hoisted at the new Parliament building by the Vice President today. The special session comes amid an intense buzz on whether it will have some surprise item up its sleeve during the 5-day sitting. Bureau Report, Republic TV.
Security forces foiled an infiltration bid along the line of control by eliminating 3 terrorists in the Uri sector of Jammu and Kashmir. The Chinar Corps said that the bodies of 2 slain terrorists have been recovered, but the retrieval of the 3rd body is being interfered with firing from a Pakistani post in the vicinity. Here's a report.
In a big win for security forces in Jammu and Kashmir's Baramulla, 3 terrorists were killed after an infiltration bid was foiled by the security forces. A joint operation was launched by the army, police and intelligence agencies along the LOC in Uri sector, Baramulla district. 3 terrorists tried to infiltrate who were noticed by the alert troops.
In a major setback to the Pakistanis' nefarious plot of pushing terrorists into the Indian territory, 3 terrorists have been neutralized in the Hatlanga forest area of the Uri along the line of control in the Baramulla district. 3 Pakistani terrorists tried to sneak in into the Indian territory today morning. The encounter, which went on for more than a couple of hours, resulted in the killing of 3 Pakistani terrorists. However, 1 terrorist in injured condition managed to sneak out to the Pakistani side as Pakistani army fired upon the Indian forces to give a cover to the 3rd injured terrorist who was killed in the Pakistani territory.
2 terrorists were killed and the bodies recovered early today. Later, a 3rd terrorist was also killed, but retrieval of his body was interfered by firing by Pakistan post in the vicinity on LOC. Huge cache of arms and ammunition along with Pakistan currencies were recovered from the terrorists.
जो एम्बुश पार्टीज वहां थी उन्होंने नोटिस किया कि 2 टेररिस्ट जो कि इंजर्ड हुए हैं उन्होंने अपनी थोड़ी मूवमेंट बदल ली है, तो उसके हिसाब से एम्बुशेस ने रीसाइट किया और तकरीबन 9:15 बजे फिर से एक सेकेंड फायर फाइट शुरू हुई। ये फायर फाइट तकरीबन आधे घंटे तक के लिए चली, जिसके अंदर की दूसरा टेररिस्ट भी न्यूट्रलाइज कर दिया गया। इसी दौरान तीसरा टेररिस्ट जो इंजर्ड हुआ था वो पाकिस्तान फौज की पोस्ट जो नज़दीक में है उनके फायर सपोर्ट की मदद में उसने एक्सफिल्ट्रेट किया। इसमें यह चीज़ नोट करने की ज़रूरत है कि पाकिस्तान आर्मी की पोस्ट ने इस टेररिस्ट को एक्सफिल्ट्रेट करने के लिए फायर सपोर्ट दिया और हमारी तरफ फायर किया। उसकी डिटेल्स हम आपको फॉरवर्ड कर देंगे। एंड सबसे इम्पोर्टेंट चीज़ है कि इसके अंदर एक 5 किलोग्राम्स की आईडी रिकवर की गई है।
The infiltration bid and the subsequent encounter comes a day after Lashkar-e-Taiba terror module was unearthed in the Baramulla district. Bureau Report, Republic TV.
In Jammu and Kashmir, our forces are going all out to eliminate terror, from busting terror hideouts in Anantnag to gunning down 3 terrorists in Baramulla. Indian forces are leaving no stone unturned to avenge the martyrdom of Anantnag heroes. But there are some within that are batting for talks with the enemy. But today, our forces have given them a reality check. Here are the developments.
Troops of 1 Para-Special Forces regiment have been engaging terrorists in dense forests of Kokarnak for the 4th straight day. The difficult terrain has led to the army using drone technology and bomb the hideouts deep in the forests. The operation is in an advanced stage and our forces confident of victory.
retrieval of the body is concerned, it has not been retrieved because the operation is in progress in Anantnag. So big day for the security forces that after so much of hard work and the way they have been mobilizing the troops, machinery and everything day and night, something has come into their hands now after seeing one dead body of a terrorist through the drone. So this is a bigger news point from the Kokarnag operation that started on Wednesday.
In Baramulla, 3 Pakistani terrorists who tried to infiltrate the LOC have been eliminated in joint operation by Army and Jammu and Kashmir Police. A huge cache of arms and ammunition including AK-47 and 56 rifles, magazines and UBGLs have been recovered and Pakistani Army role has been exposed.
9:15 बजे फिर से एक सेकंड फायर फाइट शुरू हुई। दूसरा टेररिस्ट भी न्यूट्रलाइज कर दिया गया। तीसरा टेररिस्ट जो इंजर्ड हुआ था वो पाकिस्तान फौज की पोस्ट जो नजदीक में है उनके फायर सपोर्ट की मदद में उसने एक्सफिल्ट्रेट किया। इसमें ये चीज नोट करने की जरूरत है कि पाकिस्तान आर्मी की पोस्ट ने इस टेररिस्ट को एक्सफिल्ट्रेट करने के लिए फायर सपोर्ट दिया।
But even as forces go all out, there is a political fight that has broken out.
पुलवामा हुआ तो प्रधानमंत्री ने गुस्सा दिखाया अपना, उसके बाद तो प्रधानमंत्री ठंडे हो चुके हैं बिल्कुल। आतंकवाद का सेंटर अब कश्मीर में जम्मू रहा है। जनवरी में राजौरी में जो लोग मर गए थे दांगी इलाके में, आपने उनको अब तक नहीं पकड़ा और ये टेररिस्ट हमारे बहादुर सिपाहियों को मारकर जो पाकिस्तान से आते हैं उनको वीडियो बनाते हैं कि देखो हमने ऐसा किया, जिसको साइकॉप्स बोलते हैं। तो ये सरासर आपकी नाकामी है।
हमारे 4 आर्मी ऑफिसर्स शहीद हो गए। हमारा दूसरा बड़ा दुख है कि हमारे देश जब वो हमारे जवान, हमारे आर्मी ऑफिसर शहीद हो रहे थे और मुठभेड़ में मारे गए, हमारे देश के प्रधानमंत्री, गृह मंत्री और डिफेंस मिनिस्टर जश्न मना रहे थे।
It's time we keep politics aside and unite as forces avenge Anantnag martyrs. Bureau Report, Republic TV.
On the occasion of his birthday, Prime Minister Narendra Modi is all set to dedicate Yashobhoomi to the people of the country in Dwarka on September 17th, adding that it will stand out as one of the top convention and exhibition centers globally. Here is all about the world-class convention center.
Prime Minister Narendra Modi is all set to inaugurate Yashobhoomi, a world-class convention centre in Dwarka on September 17. The soon-to-be inaugurated Yashobhoomi at Dwarka has state-of-the-art features and unparalleled facilities. It will stand out as one of the top convention and exhibition centres globally. PM's vision of having a world-class infrastructure for hosting meetings, conferences and exhibitions in the country will be strengthened with the operationalization of Phase 1 of Yashobhoomi, also known as the I.N.D.I.A International Convention at Dwarka.
द्वारका के सेक्टर 25 में बना इंडिया इंटरनेशनल कन्वेंशन सेंटर, जिसे यशोभूमि के नाम से भी कहा जा रहा है। प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी कल यहां पर पहुंचेंगे और आप इसकी भव्यता को देखकर अंदाजा लगा सकते हैं कि क्यों ये यशोभूमि चर्चों में है और किस तरीके से हाईटेक ये यशोभूमि को बनाया गया है। और आप तस्वीरों में देखेंगे कि बहुत बड़े स्पेस में इसको तैयार किया गया है। और प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी कल जब यहाँ पर पहुंचेंगे, उनके स्वागत के लिए, उनके साथ जो डेलीगेशन होगा उसके स्वागत के लिए इस पूरी यशोभूमि को तैयार किया गया है।
The convention centre, built across more than 73,000 square meters of area, comprises 15 convention rooms including the main auditorium, the grand ballroom and 13 meeting rooms with a total capacity of holding 11,000 delegates. The convention centre has the largest LED media facade in the country. The main auditorium is the plenary hall for the convention centre and is equipped with a seating capacity of around 6,000 guests. The grand ballroom with a unique petal ceiling can host around 2,500 guests. Yashobhoomi also offers one of the largest exhibition halls in the world. It consists of materials and objects inspired by Indian culture.
सबसे ऊपर आप देखेंगे कि एलईडी स्क्रीन इस पूरे भवन पर लगाई गई है और देश की संस्कृति को इस स्क्रीन के जरिए दर्शाने की कोशिश। और आप देख सकते हैं कि कैसे कलरफुल रात के समय ये पूरा कन्वेंशन सेंटर आपको लगता हुआ नजर आएगा। और आप देखेंगे एकदम लग्जरी, हाईटेक और भव्य तरीके से इसको तैयार किया गया है ताकि कोई भी अगर यहाँ पर आए तो समझ सके कि किस तरीके से टेक्नोलॉजी का इस्तेमाल करके इस कन्वेंशन सेंटर को तैयार किया गया।
Yashobhoomi will also be connected to the Delhi Airport Metro Express line with the inauguration of the new metro station at Dwarka, Sector 25. Bureau Report, Republic TV.
The centre's newly announced scheme for artisans, PM Vishwakarma, will be formally launched by Prime Minister Narendra Modi today on the occasion of Vishwakarma Jayanti. Prime Minister Modi had mentioned the scheme in his Independence Day address, and the Cabinet Committee on Economic Affairs had recently allotted 13,000 crores for the scheme. Here's a detailed report.
On Independence Day this year, standing on the ramparts of Red Fort, Prime Minister Narendra Modi had announced the Vishwakarma scheme, which is planned in assisting 30 lakh families with support and opportunities.
जो परंपरागत कौशल्य से रहने वाले लोग, जो औजार से और अपने हाथ से काम करने वाला वर्ग है, हमारे सुथार हो, हमारे सोनार हो, हमारे राजमिस्त्री हो, हमारे कपड़े धोने वाले काम करने वाले लोग हो, हमारे बाल काटने वाले भाई बहन परिवार हो, ऐसे लोगों को एक नई ताकत देने के लिए विश्वकर्मा जयंती पर विश्वकर्मा योजना लॉन्च करेंगे।
Today, the central government is all set to launch the Parliamentary Vishwakarma scheme. The Vishwakarma scheme will be fully funded by the union government with an outlay of 13,000 crore rupees. Under the scheme, the Vishwakarmas will be registered free of charge through Common Service Centre using biometric-based PM Vishwakarma portal. They will be provided recognition through PM Vishwakarma certificate and ID card, skill upgradation involving basic and advanced training, a toolkit incentive of rupees 15,000. Collateral-free credit support up to rupees 1 lakh and rupees 2 lakh at a concessional interest rate of 5% incentive for digital transaction and marketing support.
हमें जो लोन मिलने वाली है उसके जरिए हम लोग नए साधन सामग्री, हमारे पास अभी जो साधन है वो बहुत पुराने हैं और नए साधन आएंगे, उसके जरिए हम लोग एंटिक काम, जड़तर का काम और ऑक्सीडाइज जो नया काम बाजार में चल रहा है उसमें इम्प्रूवमेंट लाएंगे, नए कारीगर बिठाएंगे, उनको भी रोजगार देंगे, हमारा भी रोजगार चलेगा।
The Finance Ministry has also made some provisions in the budget for it.
Honorable Prime Minister from the Red Fort launched this scheme called Vishwakarma Yojana. We have also made provisions in the budget for it. In some regions it may stand for some costs, but what the Prime Minister has decided to do is to support these all over India, spread all over, artisans who produce that which symbolizes India's excellence in skills. They may carve out a beautiful murti out of a stone, or they may do such painting on paper or on palm leaves, or even processed old clothes. On that, most of the Pattachitra with natural colors.
The government has made it clear, while the assistance of state governments will be necessary, the central government will bear all the expenses. The scheme aims to support 30 lakh families.
30 लाख व्यक्तियों को, 30 लाख परिवारों को इसमें सपोर्ट मिलेगा। 30 lakh families will be supported under विश्वकर्मा योजना। एक परिवार से एक व्यक्ति को ये सपोर्ट मिलेगा। इसका इम्प्लीमेंटेशन बहुत ही एक सिंपल तरीके से किया जाएगा। जो ग्रामीण क्षेत्रों में कॉमन सर्विस सेंटर्स हैं, उन कॉमन सर्विस सेंटर्स के जरिए से रजिस्ट्रेशन होगा और उसके बाद में एक बहुत ही अच्छी व्यवस्था में आइडेंटिफिकेशन होगा, पहले पंचायत या फिर लोकल बॉडी स्तर पे, फिर ब्लॉक स्तर पे और फिर डिस्ट्रिक्ट के लेवल पे फाइनल सिलेक्शन होके इसमें राज्य सरकारों का बहुत सहयोग लगेगा। राज्य सरकारों की भी बहुत बड़ी भूमिका रहेगी, लेकिन इसकी जितनी भी फंडिंग है वो सारी की सारी फंडिंग केंद्र सरकार की तरफ से रहेगी।
The PM Vishwakarma scheme will be crafting a radiant tomorrow for artisans and illuminating the lives of 30 lakh families with support and opportunities. Bureau Report, Republic TV.
Former President Ramnath Kovind has announced that the first meeting of the One Nation, One Election Committee to examine and make recommendations for simultaneous polls to Lok Sabha, state assemblies, municipalities and panchayats will be conducted on the 23rd of September. Here's a detailed report on what's to be expected.
The first official meeting of the One Nation, One Election Committee, which was formed to examine the possibility of simultaneous polls, is set to take place on September 23. This under the chairmanship of former President Ramnath Kovind. Earlier, the government had notified an 8-member high-level committee to examine and make recommendations at the earliest on the issue of holding simultaneous elections to the Lok Sabha, state assemblies, municipalities and panchayats. The committee will have Home Minister Amit Shah, Congress leader in Lok Sabha Adhir Ranjan Chaudhary, former leader of the opposition in Rajya Sabha Ghulam Nabi Azad and former Finance Commission Chairman N.K. Singh as members. Also on the panel are senior advocate and King's Counsel Harish Salve, former CVC Sanjay Kothari and former Secretary General of the Lok Sabha Subhash Kashyap. The committee will examine and make recommendations on the feasibility, legislative and rule requirements, coordination issues and other concurrency matters and scenarios relevant to holding simultaneous polls. And while the process of One Nation, One Poll is gathering pace and the stated benefits are many, the opposition is mounting an attack on the centre.
The One Nation, One Election is an assault on the Constitution. We reject it. It is an attack on federalism. It will require at least 5 constitutional amendments. The BJP knows it does not have the numbers to pass these constitutional amendments. Yet, if it puts forward this mirage of a One Nation, One Election, it is only to divert attention from the pressing issues and to create a false narrative. We reject this One Nation, One Election idea.
With the government expediting the process and discussions, One Nation, One Poll is not a far-fetched goal anymore. Though it probably won't fructify in this upcoming special session of the Parliament. Bureau Report, Republic TV.
The Enforcement Directorate is probing the extensive Mahadev online betting scandal, allegedly uncovering a novel money laundering method using UPI IDs. The founders allegedly operated a network facilitating illegal betting websites targeting vulnerable individuals. Here's a detailed report.
On Friday, the Enforcement Directorate froze assets worth Rs 417 crore following searches at 39 locations in different parts of the country in connection with the investigation against Mahadev online book betting app. The agency alleged that the app was an umbrella syndicate that arranged online platforms for enabling illegal betting websites to enroll new users, create IDs and launder money through a layered web of Benami bank accounts. The Enforcement Directorate investigation has shown that Mahadev online book app is run from a central head office in the UAE. It allegedly operates by franchising panel or branches to their known associates on 70 to 30% profit ratio. In fresh developments, the ED is now probing the underworld link. One of the 2 promoters of Mahadev gambling app, Saurabh Chandrakar, allegedly spent Rs 200 crore on his lavish wedding in the UAE, where several Bollywood celebrities were purportedly hired to perform. The Enforcement Directorate is investigating the money laundering operations of the Mahadev online book app, which may be to the tune of Rs 5,000 crore. Chandrakar has been accused of spending rupees 200 crore on his own wedding which took place in the UAE. He allegedly hired private jets to ferry his family members and friends from Nagpur and paid rupees 42 crore for hotels alone. All payments were made in cash. According to ED, Bollywood celebrities were present at the wedding. Besides this, Chandrakar gave rupees 112 crore allegedly via Hawala to an event management company. And as ED is continuing the investigation in the case, more crucial details are likely to come out soon. Bureau Report, Republic TV.
Stay tuned for more, as coming up next, it's a mega exclusive. Republic accesses alleged tape of video chat between Monu Manasar and gangster Lawrence Bishnoi. Investigators probe underworld links in multi-crore betting scam. Bollywood celebrities under ED scanner.
The Amity Law School, ranked among the top 10 in India, educates some of the most brilliant students who get recruited by top law firms and go for higher studies to leading universities like Harvard, Oxford, Cambridge and UCL.
To apply, visit amity.edu.
Jethmalani was by common acclaim a superb advocate. It was a treat to see and to hear him with his unstoppable, record-breaking 70-odd years at the bar. Ram sadly left us after setting up a high benchmark of professional excellence. It is great that his son has remembered to celebrate his 100th birth anniversary.
See, Ram, he was in Rajya Sabha member 4 times. He was Shiv Sena Rajya Sabha member, he was Janata Dal Rajya Sabha member, he was BJP Rajya Sabha member, and he was RJD Rajya Sabha member. He completely unified India. The man had immense, he had a huge heart. What we need today is not tall legal brains, not tall judges, not tall media men, but tall people. Tall men, sun crowned. This is what we need.
Unsurprisingly, the most important decision of the I.N.D.I.A. alliance, now they are starting off by grandly declaring that they will boycott 14 anchors, yours truly included. They think it's a great move. They think this will put pressure on journalists to stop questioning things like the declared intent of many of their leaders to eliminate Hinduism, to eliminate and annihilate Sanatan Dharma and uproot Hindu traditions from the soil of our great nation. I am the one who exposed his intellectual inadequacies. They put me in jail with murderers and rapists and underworld dons, and they tried their best to make me compromise. And I want to say to them today, as they bring out this laughable, ridiculous boycott threat, bring it on. The people of this country are with us, with me. But today the rest of the media, as this emergency mindset emerges again, the rest of the media, especially the Lutyens media, they need to develop a spine, because we know how to hit back when it comes to our endless and indefatigable battle for the truth. It is a complete and absolute.
Hello, Moto. Motorola, India's best 5G smartphone brand.
Seattle police defense cop laughing over Indian students